Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Children of Morta. Had a bit of an awkward start because I guess my finger was resting on the um, the stick on the controller and moving the view around when I wasn't ready for it to. In this episode, as I said, we're gonna go into Chapter 3.
The industrial district of Terra Lava, a city with no time for daydreams, where machines continued tinkering away and Ane Sarava's chamber resided.
Alright, so this place has a lot of stuff to find. We're gonna be going in with Linda. There's a reason for that. I normally would go in as Lucy, as I'm a little bit more comfortable playing as her. Although Linda's pretty good too. But the specific reason I went in with Linda has to do with the fact that she has 2 skill points. And I believe is possibly ready to get her final family trait. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna improve her Guardian Rage. Indeed, we have now unlocked your final family trait, which is what? Linda's violin whispers in the ears of the family, lifting their spirits and increasing their movement speed while weapons are sheathed. Interesting. So I guess that means once you're in... Okay, so while you... when you attack, for a while you'll be in this position where you're ready to attack at any time with your weapon at the ready, and once you put your weapon away, then you will be getting your movement speed bonus, which is a good thing to have. So this zone is like, I really like the enemies in this zone. They're not easy. They hit pretty hard, and some of them will require clever tactics to fight them effectively. But I think they're different from the Act 2 enemies in that I generally don't find them to be obnoxious. I find the challenge that they pose to be fair, and that is one of the traps or environmental hazards of the zone, that this thing will target you and it'll focus on you, but it'll give you some time to get out of the way, and you'll know clearly once that thing is ready to come down. Alright, let's wait for it to come down, and then let's pick up this experience shrine. Uh-oh, yeah, these guys are always a pain, as are enemies that create walls and damaging hazards on the ground. Oh, I wish, like, if these guys were just deleted from the game, I would not mind. Look at how much damage I've taken, like, for no good reason, just because of the garbage that these guys are throwing down. So yeah, not a great start. I wish you could also destroy these things, because this hazard type does get a little bit, like, a little bit boring to deal with after a while. Alright, we now are at maximum primary attack damage. So that is gonna be good for us. It's gonna mean we kill enemies faster. And just generally are more efficient going through these runs. We're not at maximum DPS yet, no. For that, we're gonna have to raise our critical hit chance and our critical hit damage. We are some distance away from that. Before I go into this very obvious, dangerous challenge zone, I'm gonna see if I can't get some healing. We've got 3 gemstones. This will push you and, like, stun you very briefly, but not actually do damage. Okay, with that, I'm confident in beating this. Overconfident?
Being caged
Maybe?
by the corruption would be frightening enough, but being surrounded by the magma created additionally intimidating
Oh my god.
confinement.
Yeah. Creating walls on the ground is not a thing that I appreciate from these enemies. That's only wave 1, is it? Yeah, we are probably gonna die. Okay. We're relatively safe as long as we are always on the move and mindful of when ranged attacks are coming our way, so maybe that is the way to fight. Okay. So far, so good. Like, we don't want these guys to get close to us. And we don't want these guys creating nonsense on the ground. Health drop would be most appreciated. And that decoy has been wasted on those low-level enemies. Okay, once again, let's try and... excuse me? Excuse me? What damaged me there? Yeah, I don't have any idea what hit and killed me. It was pretty disappointing. Okay. I'm just gonna improve my health because that's the only thing we can put points into. I'm gonna go straight back in. And because I'm stubborn, I'm gonna go back in as Linda, assuming she is not suffering from corruption fatigue. And she's not. So yeah, I'm just gonna go straight back in. Yeah, I have no idea what did the damage there. It didn't look like there was any enemy close enough to me. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see what happened in the footage after this episode. Okay, let's try and get back into it. We've got some health on the ground. We've got more health in general from having put some points into that upgrade. Yeah, and the frustrating part is, like, we were close to a level up as well. So if we'd killed a few of those enemies, we would have gotten a bit of healing. And now we're getting all the health drops. After the run in which we needed them has already ended. But such is the nature of roguelikes. Alright, let's go up. And I'm sure we'll find that challenge again. sooner rather than later, possibly in this very floor. But before we do that, increase attack speed and cooldown, or you know what, I'm gonna do this. Restore a portion of Linda's health. Oh no, that takes 3 skill points. Ooh boy. For now, let's do that. But restoring health every time you go into Guardian's Rage would be a great way of having some natural healing. But the extra attack speed is already proving very useful. Even more health. Yeah, I'm still mystified as to what killed me in the last run. But no point dwelling on the past. And it's time for round 2 against this challenge. Okay. So that time I took damage because I walked over a hazard that was spawned on the ground. This time... well, it's only wave 1, so I shouldn't be congratulating myself too much over having gotten through that. Okay. The faster cooldowns are also helping us out. I should be using this ability more often as well. Maybe that could have saved me. Although, who knows? There's so much stuff on the ground. Oh no, no. Took damage when I didn't need to. Okay. Okay. What are you... where did you come from? Where did you come from indeed? Okay. Wave 3. And I'm just gonna use my Guardian's Rage because there's a new enemy type there. I didn't have time to properly introduce this guy, but again, something did damage to me in a very stealthy way, in that I don't know what it was. And we've cleared this ability. But that wasn't even the same challenge. What we have found is Pashmalu, who is a very good ally, but not... I'm pretty sure the challenge room we found last time had a guy in it that we were trying to save. This one just had a different reward. Regardless... Alright. Let's be intelligent with how we take enemies down. Let's leave health on the ground unless we absolutely need it. Okay. Kevin releases Fan of Knives at the end of the Crescendo. A very useful one, actually. Waiting for that thing to get to me. How much money have we picked up? So quite a bit of money. We should be able to get some good critical hit bonuses. Assuming we get deep into this run. And what is this? Reduces cooldown is something that sounds very useful. Alright, now what is down here? We do want to fully explore as much as we can. Excuse me? Okay. A bit quiet right now because I am in concentration mode. I don't want to die to regular enemies. I don't mind dying to the boss because at least that means we found everything of value on the floor. But dying on the first or second floor, dying before you even reach the final floor means chances are you've missed a whole bunch of stuff. That is a situation I want to avoid.
Not so innocent game of chance and memory.
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3. Got it. Excuse me? One, 2, 4, 3. Another nice symmetrical solution. I need to pick up some health though because we have lost quite a bit. Increased primary damage and a rare animal treat. That's a good prize to get out of that. And what's up here? Nothing. What's down here? Just you. Oh, excuse me? Excuse me? I have no explanation for that. No excuse for that, rather. The explanation was that I simply played badly and allowed myself to get hit twice. And now I'm gonna pick up one more health and then make my way towards the end. Oh, these things are things that I should be destroying because they are essentially the replacement for pots in this area. And might have money in them, might have gems in them, might have healing in them. And I've been leaving a whole bunch of them behind. Now, what's on the second floor? Some strange sound effects from the sound of it. And some of these guys are possibly first elite of the run. Who was kind enough to give us a gemstone. Oh, would have been nice to have picked that up before killing the elite, but oh well. Oh, I thought there were enemies there, but that was just the animation on that. Okay, and this thing is possibly...
Being caged by the corruption would be frightening enough, but being surrounded by the magnet created additionally intimidating confinement.
Okay, again, I'm concentrating. I don't want to use my Guardian's Rage until the final floor, the final wave. Oh, come on. Oh my. Like, the range on their attacks is As with a lot of enemies, I feel a little bit too high. Okay. In concentration mode. Uh-oh. Whoop. Oh my god! These guys are so obnoxious. Are you serious? Are you actually kidding me? Like, creating walls and, like, unavoidable damage for me. And I don't even know what hit me that time, just because I was so tilted by the first couple hits that I took. It's probably these enemies with their dash attack. Again, it looks like we're probably gonna die on this floor. And if we do, I'm gonna just call an end to this episode. Alright. Alright, I think we might have killed all the big guys. Unless more of them are gonna spawn. What? That was an ordeal. I think this enemy type should just be removed from the game.
The man cracked his fingers and nodded in appreciation. Come find me if you ever feel lucky, he grumbled. I might have something in a bag for you.
Alright. This guy is... yeah, you can gamble, you can throw away your gemstones if you want. But this guy, like, this is something I rarely do, so... it's only if I have literally nothing else to do with my gemstones will I go and gamble. Now, we do need to find some healing, because we are in a situation where one solid enemy hit will end our run. Okay, at least we completed that event. Breathe fire in a cone, sure. Okay, we've got this thing to worry about now. Alright. Alright. This thing, which probably is gonna kill us in one hit. Let's be realistic. Another gemstone is good, because if nothing else, it will improve our attack damage because of the grace we picked up. What's in here?
Passing through, the hero could put weapons aside for a moment.
Nah, I think I like Fire Breath. Even though damage absorption sounds like it would be good, I'm just never that good at timing it. Like, I find myself getting a bit too eager to then actually absorb damage, and it makes me do silly things. So I'm just not gonna mess with that. Now let's just keep our distance. That challenge room nearly killed us twice. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this obelisk right now, Because if we don't, there's a real chance that something would kill us in one hit. Another lucky gemstone drop. Now that we're outside of that challenge room, things have stabilized for us a little bit. As long as we reach the boss, as long as we fully explore the next floor, I will be happy. As long as we don't take horrible damage against easy opponents, that would also make me happy. Made good progress towards the next level up. We need 3 levels before we can do that thing that lets us get healing for Guardian Rage. Ooh, this could be good. Yeah, I know this event.
A failing machine kept her on the brink, its corrupted power core leaving her poisoned and unable to pull herself back. He knew a replacement power core was required, but doubted his ability to survive the retrieval.
Oh no, is he gonna be a targetable guy that we have to protect? I hope not. I don't see a health bar for him yet, so that's a good sign, but no doubt it's gonna turn up as soon as we go inside. Yeah.
The man was a scientist, not a fighter. A stable power core was valuable and would be guarded. The Bergson understood the guard dogs needed to be put down.
Oh my god. Whoa, what? Oh, I feel like I got pulled into one of those.
The Bergson did wonder that if the core was life, what were they doing to this machine?
I feel like I got pulled into one of those things. One of those beams that did damage to me.
The theft would not go unnoticed. And more automatons will certainly come.
Oh my god. We're just gonna... go as slow as possible. And we do have Pashmalu. We're just gonna be slow. And hopefully this guy doesn't get taken out. He is taking some damage. Oh, that was a good crescendo. Oh. Almost at the end. We made it. Ooh, we did it. We did it.
The man worked. Waiting, the Bergson continued to contemplate. On whether a life so dependent on machines was even possible.
Right, so I knew that was coming, and I didn't say anything, but that is possibly the most horrifying thing in this entire game. What do we get out of that? Well, we get like a random reward plus a keepsake. Light of the Fertility. We'll take a look at that when we get back to the house. We're still only on the second zone. Is there healing on the ground? None that I can see. Alright, let's do our best to keep our distance. Oh, that helps out a lot. Let's do our best to keep our distance, because we will go down very quickly if enemies close the distance with us. Oh boy. We have 2 places we can go. Now this is good.
Tired of being called shady, he instead adopted the title Mysterious Shopkeep.
Okay, dodge chance is good. I'll take that. Movement speed I'm also gonna take, even though we move ridiculously fast right now. Dual rune summon seems like it's a charm, right? Seems like it's a new thing. No, it's not. We've already seen it. Electric discharge, I'm sure, is also something we have already seen. Yes, we have. So I'm not going to spend any more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and hopefully find some more healing. Well, would you look at that? And hopefully level up as well. Even though I think we're going to be saving up until we get the thing that gives us healing every time we enter Guardian's Rage. Oh my god, you... Ah, these guys are awful. I really would not mind if that they were just eliminated from the game. Sometimes certain negative effects are just too annoying.
Adam writes about the vacation the family took to Terra Lava.
Okay. What does Grandpa have to say about this place? Let's take a look. A family vacation. Ah. Okay, so I guess he's talking about when this area was still a functioning city where people actually lived, and not whatever it has turned into now. Yeah, these guys can be pretty hard to deal with their, you know, not quite rapid fire, but they'll fire a few shots at you in quick succession. And you've got to be on your toes. We've got more healing, which I am on board with. Another special room to the right. And possibly the last room on this floor. Ooh, we got a codex entry. Our first codex entry for this. A child who gave witness to pure kindness. A wanderer from another land. A thought princess. Or thought a princess by several should be... Well, it might be a bit of a typo. She walked with grace. She spent little time in Morta. She fed the hungry, took in the parentless, and cared for the sick. Many nicknamed her Nova. Sadly, she burned bright on a short time. On her, she witnessed a child being robbed. She intervened. And she got stabbed. Okay. And this was written by James, who witnessed that. Alright, that's a sad story. Gain stamina for every enemy hit by harmonic slam. I haven't been using that ability very often. Mainly because I've been so... Are you serious? That actually... I don't think that should have counted. I was in my animation to leave. That... If we end up losing because of that, I will be very disappointed. And yes, I could have gone back to the shop to buy healing, but... Like, just out of spite, I won't. I'm gonna force the game, like, are you gonna kill me over that? And if so, then do it, but you'll know what you've done. If I did die as a result of that. Whoa, 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 these guys are encroaching upon us. What does that do? I don't want to slowly drain my health. No, thank you. Crit chance bonus would be nice, assuming we reach the boss. Which, again, is not an assumption that we can comfortably make. Okay. That was a bit dicey because of how many of those there were. We got some of our health back, which is good. And we even get... Temporary invincibility is not that interesting to me. I want my stuff that does direct damage. What does that do? I'll pick that up. No, I won't pick that up. I don't want stuff that will damage me. Okay. I don't think we're gonna have enough to... Oh, I thought this enemy was in range. I guess he wasn't. I don't think we're gonna have enough to... enough experience in this area to level up again. Now that this enemy type has... Well, I guess it's a bit too crowded for me to talk about him. But you saw that guy. He might be dead. Oh my god. The problem with these walls when they are in this vertical position like this is that it's hard to see. They're just so thin on the map that it's hard to realize that a wall is there. And again, the only thing that makes it hard is the fact that the game is top-down like this. Like Linda, the actual person in this map, would be able to see them instantly, but I, the player, because my view is different from Linda's, I'm not able to see it. And so that... I think to compensate for that, they should have a different graphic.
Before the hero was a game of chance and memory.
Yeah, the walls should have a different graphic to make them stand out more. Already. How much? Ooh, we again have stockpiled a large amount of gold, and we're gonna be able to buy some good upgrades when we get back. So 3 or 4 to start out with. This enemy type, please just delete it from the game. I don't like it. something was giving us armor, and that armor is almost gone. Also gone is our rune. So 4. Right? 4. 4 and then something else. I think it should only spawn enemies every second time. 4, 2, 1, 3. Because that's a lot of pointless filler for something that doesn't even do very much. Temporary invulnerability? No, I'll hold on to this instead. Or I might use it at the end of the floor and then come back for that other charm. Oh, yeah, no, I left that behind on purpose. We've got to go down. Oh, excuse me? It had that much of a radius on it? If you say so, game. For once, we have health on the ground to help us. We're so fast with all of our movement speed bonuses. All right. All right. Okay. These guys are... Something is giving us armor, and I'm not sure what. Wait for that meteor to fall down. Alright. Harmonic Slam resets explosive crescendo cooldown. I mean, it wasn't much of a cooldown to begin with, so... Like... Look at... It's only 4 seconds. Yeah, we could reset it by doing this. But then... Using that ability takes a bit of time itself, and slows you down a little bit, so... I question the usefulness of that. Are there more? Yep, another one of these missiles is coming towards us. I wish once you got to this trap that you could destroy it. Can we force it to destroy itself? No. That would have been a nice touch. But sadly, no. But yeah, that guy does a bit of a very quick shockwave attack or something to that effect. And he'll do damage in front of him, in front of himself. We've actually made pretty good progress towards the next level. Again, I don't think there are quite enough enemies on this floor for us to actually get that level. We've picked up a lot of gold, so there's that progress as well. Oh, that was a good crescendo. Yeah, see, look at how thin these walls are in their vertical position, and it's so hard to spot, especially if they're newly spawned. I don't know what's doing damage. I genuinely don't. Once again, we are in a position where we're looking for lucky health drops. Oh, I guess we never picked that up before. I was like, maybe we haven't gotten the codex for that, and indeed we hadn't. So, it's good that we touched it at least once, and this is amazing. Do I want to pick it up right away, or do I want to be a little bit clever? Let's not be clever, because we potentially have a level up coming our way as well. Yep, let's just go in. Okay. It's so hard to focus down the ranged enemies with melee characters, with melee enemies rushing you down, but I guess that's what makes this a challenge room. Health on the ground. We have a good chance of getting something good out of this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm quiet right now because I am in full concentration mode. And I'm gonna pop my Guardian's Rage as soon as we go into Wave 3 because I know what kind of nonsense the game can... Yep. Yeah, taking out the big guy. No doubt there's gonna be one more big guy. Possibly a third. No. But that was much more painless than the first 2 times we came into this room. Alright, let's open this. What do we get? Dragon of Saul. I would rather have that in place of the, this. With 3 points, I am gonna get this. Healing every time we go into Guardian's Rage. And with that, we are now incentivized to start improving rage gain as a statistic at the workshop. Now let's go down. So we did indeed gain that level up that I was after. What do we have here? Ah.
A curious automaton rummaged through a pile of scrap. It was fully machine, but more human than its hostile ilk, appearing as an innocent little girl. What was such a fragile child doing alone down here?
Ah, yes, I was looking for this. This is one of my favorite events in the entire game. A multi-stage one, of course, so we're not going to be completing the whole thing right away. First part, assuming we don't die, should be happening right now. Got some enemies before we get to the end here. All right.
It was laughing and shaking the small girl. just like any other bully. And a Berkser knows how to deal with bullies.
Yeah, this is something that often happens, that, oh, wow. This is something that often happens, that enemies who are elites aren't marked as elites until the combat actually starts. And I don't know what I could have done, because there was no space to fight. And I was locked in that room. Any other special ability would have been okay to deal with. Let's look at this cutscene.
The area was rotten with corrupted machines. Who or what was controlling them? Now that Anai Sarava was bound, years ago, when Ben used to live in Terralava, he had seen the construct called Jinn, a large disembodied brain suspended in a solution that fed it.
An interesting bit of lore about that entry. I am disappointed that we couldn't complete that, but the game really screwed me. You can't throw an enemy like that. Like, look at how much damage it did, and how quickly I went from full health to no health. I mean, either make it easier to dodge, or don't make it do that much damage, but that was close to impossible to deal with. Okay, so we found this for helping, quote-unquote, that guy with his dying wife, and that appears to the right of the bed. The family is all gathered around the table. The astronomer is here. I think Apon is probably off by herself somewhere as well. Yeah, she's there. So these guys are not going to be part of the family meetings, but everyone else is there. And with the money that we've gotten, I'm going to start improving crit chance as much as I can. And with the rest of the money, I guess let's start improving health. And there's nothing we can do. Alright. So we didn't do very much. We unlocked some extra things, but we didn't even reach the boss. Hopefully we do better next time, but next time we're actually going to be going back to Chapter 2 to hopefully unlock some of the things that remain to be unlocked over there. So I thank you for watching this episode, as frustrating as it was in parts, and despite the lack of progress, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I hope to see you in the next one. So until then, take care.